All right, we're live again. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button on StreamYard. No. Did I make it public? Yeah, sorry, Ryan. I hit the wrong button. I now have to post. All right, here we go. We should be getting started here in a few moments. I don't understand why my stream canceled out for a second, so I had to restart a new one, which I guess is okay. Flags are the flags showing on your guys' end? Because I should have them on the score graphic. Hey Ryan, if you can. Can you help me help share the stream out to people you know to get people to come over to enjoy some U.S. versus Sweden World Junior Hockey action? I'm glad the flags are showing. Yep. Just on my screen, I don't see the flags for some reason. Because of my stuff, I don't know what's going on there. On my end, it just shows the abbreviations for the countries, but glad to know the flags are showing on stream, not the abbreviations. Alrighty, it's US versus Sweden. The gold medal is on the line. Who will take it? Hopefully, for a good action. Here we go. Puck drop here to start World Junior Hockey gold medal game between the home nation of Sweden and the heavily favorited Team USA. Sweden wins the faceoff back. They set up in their defensive zone. 19:55 remaining in the first period to start the game. Sweden ices the puck immediately. The U.S. now gets offensive zone faceoff at 1949. Gauthier, who's the centerman who had a big goal yesterday against Finland. U.S. wins the faceoff back and a setup shot, and McGroarty almost tipped it in. The U.S. battles in the offensive zone, but Sweden now comes up with the puck. Seems like Sweden went with a darker color scheme this year, not their normal royal blue and yellow. They have navy blue on their uniforms, which is still fun to see. Sweden setting up. Sweden in their yellow uh, uniforms with the U.S. wearing their all blue 1960s uniform. This is a nice classic uniform matchup in international play. Here we go. Nazer sends a puck into the offensive zone for the U.S. Now the U.S. sets up in their defensive zone. The U.S. sends it up. It's Nazer. Nazer feeds it over. Almost set up an offensive zone attack. The U.S. now and keep it pressure in. Go and Swedes now take it up the ice. Nazer now with a good pulp check to send the puck into the offensive zone. The U.S. now loses control, and Sweden sets up for a line change. The U.S. now back in the ice. Sam Renzel with a good poke check for the U.S. Renzel beats it over. Now the U.S. now in the offensive zone loses control. Sweden now comes up with it. They go up the ice now to take it in, and a good block from the U.S. skater here, and now it's Renzel with a battle for the puck with four players on the boards, and the Swedes now come up with it. U.S. skater falls on the ice. That would have been Leonard. Okay, I'm keeping a track on who's on the ice right now because I'm still having to keep an eye on who's on the ice and who's not. Sweden takes the puck up the ice. U.S. now sends on an attack. More nearly comes up with it, but the uh, Swedes come back with it. They're in the offensive zone and setting up for an attack. Good defensive stick there by the States, and they shoot it, and that goes wide. U.S. Oliver Moore nearly come up with the puck. Good check there. 17 10 remaining in the first period. Oliver Moore with a good defensive play. The Swedes keep pressing. Sweden sets up on their blue line. Cycling is their game right now. And a good block for the States, and they'd come up with it and dump it into the offensive zone for a line change. Nope, that's going to keep them out on the ice because they iced the puck. Finley iced the puck, and the States come up with it. Hey, Abs, how are you? Nimmer, what's up? Yeah, Nazer's been great this World Junior Tournament. The Habs set up, and the state. I don't know why I said Habs. There, the Swedes set up, and another block, and the States set up. Yeah, I remember you. Sweden nearly had a goal, and that went wide. That goes back all the way into the offensive zone for the States. Big hit there by Snuggeroo. Swedes come up with the attack. 16:08 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal, one apiece. It's 0-0 as of right now. I kind of predicted Canada to not even medal this year. Snuggeroo with a good chance. I mean, the Czechs were the better roster this year. They ended up medaling. Nazer loses the face-off. The Swedes come up with it in their defensive zone. Now in the neutral zone, Sweden sets up at center ice going into the offensive zone to look for an opportunity. Good check by Sam Renzel to lead to the States getting the puck back. U.S. sends the puck, but gets defended well. Sam Renzel just goes down to clear it up the ice. Now the States set up. It's Brentley, who's been having a great tournament. Now Sam Renzel with the shot that gets blocked. Howard nearly comes up with it. Howard sends it around the ice now. Brentley back to Howard. Howard behind the net. And now Sweden comes up with it. Brentley sets up, sends it down the ice. Howard there getting checked, but Sam Renzel with the shot. And the Swedes come out with it. They go on the ice, center ice now on the attack. It's Swede. And a nice save by Augustine. Yeah, Bedard would have been all over this tournament if he was allowed to play, but he wasn't going to play for them this year because he's a NHL All-Star with the Hawks. One thing about this game, both teams do play a similar style of play with up-tempo speed to their game. So this should be a evenly matched. Oh, Oliver Moore puts on the wheels. Nearly comes up with it, but that goes too far for him. Sweden with the shot that goes wide and a big save by Augustine. 13:55 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal 3-2 US. It's a 0-0 game. The Swedes whip the puck in their defensive zone, looking for an outlet, dumping it down the ice. That could be an icing. No, it's not, because that did get tipped into the offensive zone for Sweden. Now the States come up with it. It's Renzel. Renzel going on the ice, down the ice. No, that's not Renzel. My bad. That was John Leonard. Now the States set up. Oh, with a nice shot there by Renzel. No, that was Will Smith. My bad. The eights, nine, and sixes on the U.S. jerseys, I will admit, do looks very similar. How they're kind of laid, so I have to make sure I'm not saying Sam Renzel so much. Oh man, the U.S. heads to the PK, a power play for Sweden at 12:44 remaining in the first period. That's a high sticking call, and the U.S. heads to the PK after commercial break. I talked about this earlier. Yeah, I would love to see Wrigley get the Winter Classic back. The reason why the NHL is considering bringing back the Hawks to the Classic is, well, money. The NHL gets viewership when the Blackhawks are in big games, and with Connor Bedard on the team, he's the face of the NHL. Wait. Yes, Connor Bedard is an NHL All-Star. He's the youngest All-Star in NHL history. How do you guys like having the flags on the graphic? Sweden sets up. They now set up their power play. A nice save by Augustine. I don't think it would be St. Louis. I could see it be like a team like Original Six team, maybe the Oilers to do a Connor versus Connor Winter Classic. Nice save by Augustine again as Sweden entered the zone. Sweden sets up. They are looking. The U.S. is kind of off their PK a little bit. There they go. Now they set up and a nice block there. The U.S. tried to send it down the ice. U.S. now with it. U.S. sets up in their defensive zone to kill some clock. They are looking for an outlet and they get a clean breakout. Oliver Moore out there for the PK. Yeah, a ton of money would be a Hawks versus Leaf Winter Classic. Sweden with 45 seconds remaining on the power play, looking for a setup. Sweden with a shot and a save by Augustine. 11:18 remaining in the first period of play. Sweden with another shot that goes wide. The U.S. comes up with it. Oliver Moore clears the puck down the ice. That's going to lead for a line change with 20 seconds remaining on the PK. Sweden sets up, looks for a shot and a save by Augustine. Frank Nazar comes up with the puck and clears it down the ice. That should kill the power play. The slingshot power play does work if you actually have players that know how to do it and actually have players with speed. The Hawks, it doesn't work for the Hawks because we don't have players with speed. Brentley sends the puck in. It's now Snuggeroo, or is that Nazar? Turnover there. Now the Swedes set up. They send it down. Snuggeroo out there. And the U.S. now in their defensive zone. Shots on goal. 3-4 in favor for the Swedes. Sweden looking for an opportunity to break out. They do and go into center ice. They are on a rush. The U.S. has to play smart defensively, and Sweden sets up. They are getting checked, and now the state's set up in the defensive zone. The U.S. at neutral ice gets checked. The Swedes come in, and the U.S. steal. They settle things down and send the puck down the ice. That's going to be an icing. Where did you order the jersey? Yeah, well, that would do it. If you ever have questions looking for a jersey, let me know because I can help you determine if it's a fake or a real. I might even do a video on it. Fanatics sucks, yeah. But there's websites to avoid, and what like I don't recommend ever buying from Fanatics for a jersey because it's Fanatics. There's websites to go to that to buy the jersey from if you're looking for that. I can help. I will consider doing it. I will probably do a video on it. Yeah, Fanatics quality's terrible. Okay, 9:09 remaining in the first period. Sweden comes up with the puck, setting up in their offensive zone, looking for an opportunity for a chance. The U.S. playing good man on man. Good block shot that goes wide. Now the States come up with it. It's Brentley. Brentley dumping it into the offensive zone. And the Swedish goalie just covers it up, grabbing Hayes out there for the States. Hey Nemmer, I could tell you a good website to even buy from that can help you even save money compared to buying it at the United Center. I do recommend the UC because you're knowing you're going to get a legit jersey. Um, there's a store in Bolingbrook called Pro Jersey. Pros. Uh, Let me pull it up. Hang on. I'll tell you in the intermission more on it. This is where I got my Bedard jersey from. Leonard with the shot that goes wide. No, that went into the glove. Okay. I will tell you good outlets to buy jerseys from just because sometimes you can get better deals in some places. But the UC is not bad to get it to. The last time I went into Gunzo's, they just had some jerseys. They didn't have any Bedards in there, if I remember correctly. I went there last month and I didn't see any Bedards. Will Smith had a nice opportunity. It is a good cover up by the Swedish netminder. 8:18 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal 5-5. It's a 0-0 game. It's a pretty closely contested game. Nazer loses face off. The Swedes come up with it, set up in their defensive zone to go on a break. The Swedes set up in a shot that goes wide, and Nazer now has to play in the defensive zone for the States. Sam Renzel checking strongly behind Augustine, the U.S. goaltender. The states are battling for that puck. Sweden and U.S. battling is, and the states come up with it. U.S. sends it down the ice. Nazer going on a rush. Nazer loses control. Bad pass, but the states keep pressuring. It's Brentley. Brentley loses control, and now Sweden going down the ice. The U.S. battling to go back for that puck. It's Sam Renzel with the puck to settle things down. Renzel looking to break out. Renzel going into the neutral zone. Now center ice, taking it into the offensive zone himself, getting checked. And now the state's having to battle with the Swedes and the boards, and the Swedes come up with it. Sweden now going on the attack. It's now the Swedes in the offensive zone looking for an opportunity, and a shot that gets blocked there by Frank Nazer. Now Sam Renzel comes up with it. It's Snuggeroo. Snuggeroo sends the puck up. Now the States go on the attack, and a shot made by McGrudy, and that got saved. 6:51 remaining in the first period. It's a 0-0 game. Yeah, I'm honestly considering going to the World Juniors. I have family who lives in Minnesota in 2016, so maybe I can go over see my family and go to the World Juniors. McGurdy now has it, sends it over to Snuggeroo. Snuggeroo looking for an opportunity, break check sets up, and now the Swedes come up with it. Sweden and the U.S. now sets up. U.S. sends it across the ice. Now they are in the offensive zone, looking nice shot going off the head of the Swedish netminder. Huh. 6:05 remaining in the first period. Sweden with the puck in their defensive zone. Willander settling things down to set up a breakout for the Swedes. He goes up with the ice, now sends it over. The Swedes now go on the attack. They look for an opportunity. A nice block there for the States. U.S. now comes up with the puck in the defensive zone, sending it into the neutral zone. Now offensive zone. Now it's the U.S. looking for an opportunity. Good checking play here by the States. They're looking for a breakout right behind the net. And now the Swedes send the puck down the ice. And the U.S. settles things down in the defensive zone, now neutral zone, taking it into the offensive zone. But the Swedes come up with it. Will Smith falling on his back for a second there. And now the Swedes take the puck into the offensive zone for a offside. So for a website I would recommend buying from Nimmer is these guys. They're out in Bolingbrook. I will show you it on screen here in a moment. What about getting on I don't know. It depends on if the jersey looks good. If I will get the All-Star jersey, I'm not big into getting All-Star jerseys. Last year I got it because the jersey looked really nice. Who knows what it will look like this year? .5:10 remaining in the first period. The States send the puck up the ice. Now they set up is Oliver Moore getting to the U.S.'s offensive zone. Oliver Moore in a board battle. Now the Swedes come up with it. The U.S. sets up a big hit by Moore. Now the Augustine tried to send the puck up and Moore dumping it, but the Swedes steal. Now the U.S. steal in the defensive zone, sending the puck up and to go on a speed and a good sliding save for the Swedish netminder. Nelson nearly had a good breakaway. He just couldn't get it in on time. No, that wasn't Nelson. That's um barely. It would. It might be this one, or it might be a home, like maybe a road red from the '90s. Okay, nice setup and loss of the puck. Now the Swedes come up with it. A good check there by Brentley to cause an offside. 29. Yeah, if I can, I would probably try and go to that. I would love to go see Corey Crawford's jersey retirement in Rockford. He needs his jersey retired in Chicago more than Rockford. How much do you think the crowd plays into this game? U.S. favorite, but playing Sweden has to be even though. Oh, the States go to the power play here in a few moments. Delayed penalty. Uh, Augustine still hasn't lit up the net, but he's just settling up for the States to go on a break. Now Snuggeroo at neutral eye. With 3:20 remaining in the first period, the States send it in, setting up for their delayed penalty still. They're looking for an opportunity to break out. Here it is with a shot that goes wide. Oh, it went in! The States lead 1-0. Must have been a tip in. I thought it was going wide, but the U.S. leads 1-0 over Sweden with 3:04 remaining in the first period off a tip in by uh, uh, Gabe Perot. There it goes. 1-0 lead for the States off a delayed penalty call. The U.S. Gabe Perot up front of the net redirects it in, and they are leading over Sweden 1-0. The Rangers prospect gets the States the first period lead. Now the States dump it into the offensive zone. Sweden comes up with the puck. They look for a breakout, but U.S. is going to press. Oliver Moore nearly stole the puck. Now Sweden sets up into the center ice looking for an opportunity on a 3-on-2. They're good check, but now Oliver Moore comes up with the puck. Moore, who is the Blackhawks' first round pick from last year. The Swedes set up for a cycle and a shot that was saved by Augustine. Puck goes wide now. Sweden's now looking for a keep on a breakout. With their home crowd, it's going to make it interesting way to come back if they can. Nice save by Augustine to settle things down. Yeah, Gabe Perot has looked good this tournament. He was a player I was actually going in at my second on the board if Oliver Moore did not get drafted, because honestly I thought he was drafted already before the Blackhawks got him. So I was hoping they would have taken Gabe Perot, but Moore ended up falling to the Blackhawks, which made me happy to see. Perot, his dad's still part of the Blackhawks system for coaching. 156 remaining in the first period. U.S. leads 1-0. It's shots on goal 8-6 in favor for the States. Sweden, they've been a good team. They've been cycling the puck a lot. They've had their opportunities, but Augustine has said no. Now the Swedes set up in their offensive zone attack for another cycle. They're looking around the ice to set up, and now the U.S. comes up with it. It's Snuggeroo. Snuggeroo leaves it, and a nice shot that goes wide, that gets off the glove and goes over the net, and now the States on the board battle again. Snuggeroo sends it over. The U.S. with another shot that gets saved by the Swedish netminder. Wow, that was a double deflection too. Sam Renzel with the puck, looking around the ice, going behind the net of the Swedes, and now Renzel with a shot that went wide. The Swedes come up with it, but the board battle is in play. But Sweden comes out on the attack. They're on a 2-on-2, looking for a backhand shot, but that gets well defended by Sam Renzel. Renzel sending the puck over. Now this states Sam Will Smith getting offside. 54 seconds remaining in the first period. It's a 1-0 game for the U.S. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Highly I will highly appreciate it. Oh, the camera is broken, so there's a little bit of a delay right now. 54 seconds remaining in the first period. The Rebs are just going back to the U.S. bench a couple of times. This could benefit the Swedes, though. Wow, that just shows the U.S. offensive power. They had 10 more goals than the next opponent, which was the Czechs, who ended up winning bronze medal by a surprising comeback late in the regulation time. Ended up being down 4-5 and winning the game 8-5 by putting 4 goals up on the board in the final minute and 50 seconds. Now the States looking for an opportunity here, setting up in the offensive zone, getting checked. Now the Swedes go on a break. Well defended, and U.S. now in the offensive zone for the attack. It's Brentley. Brentley's getting hooked, and we'll go into the intermission with a 1-0 lead over Sweden. Hayes has some upside. Renzel is still a prospect that's going to need time to develop. He's like a project defenseman, but he's really shown up this year where his development has jumped completely from one year to this year. The year after being drafted to this year. He's now in his draft +2. So he's played really well this year. And he's starting to show why the Hawks are high on him to draft him. As for what I was saying earlier, I will pull up the website to show you a good website, maybe to consider if you're looking for a jersey. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do something. But pull up that website I was talking about for you if you're looking to get a jersey. So, Nimmer, you were saying you were looking for a Bedard jersey. Recommend these guys. This is who I got my where my Bedard jersey came from. They're out in Bolingbrook, but you can order it online. They have some good old stock for some hockey jerseys also. Yeah, Perot has looked good this tournament. Chicago gets All-Star game. One jersey should be red and the others should be black. Yeah, that could work. I kind of saw Canada not medaling this year just because their roster they put together wasn't their strongest. Their best player was Celebrini, and that was about it. They really did not put their strongest roster on the ice that going into this tournament this year. A lot of our key players that could still play and the World Juniors were in the NHL, like Connor Bedard, Kevin Korchinski. Um, they're still eligible to play for the World Junior, but they didn't. They were in Chicago playing for the Hawks. It would not surprise me next year they put together one of their stronger rosters, is because they are the host country once again. And then in 2 years, the U.S. will be hosting the World Juniors. No, that's not selfish because that's the Blackhawks keeping him from playing, and he's being the fact he's already an NHL All Star. I think the NHL probably would rather have Bedard playing for the NHL rather than him getting sent to the double IHF for 2 weeks. Guys, I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a quick drink of water and be right back down. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just needed to talk with one of my parents real quick, but we're all good. Um, all set for period two, where the U.S. leads 1-0 from a goal from Gabe Perreault. Huh? Is he a defenseman? I thought he was a forward. He's a left wing. Someone was placed on waivers today from Arizona. Um, I'm almost interested in seeing if the Hawks just pick him up with all the injuries we have on the forward unit. As he was placed on waivers from the Coyotes, it would probably be a smart move for the Hawks to maybe claim him off waivers to have an extra forward. He's not the greatest. He really hasn't had a good season at all this year. Played 10 games in the NHL with 2 points. 16 games in the AHL this year with 4 points. Those aren't good numbers. He had his career year came in with St. Louis in the 1920 season, where he put up um, 30 points. I didn't even realize he was with the Coyotes. All right, second period of play is about to get started. U.S. with a 1-0 lead over Sweden in this gold medal game. If I added a gold medal to the graphic, I think that'd be a smart move. Just doing one thing. Nice win for the face-off. There we go. Now it has the gold medal game on there. Sweden with the puck. 19:09 remaining in the second period. The U.S. comes up with the puck now in the defensive zone. Nazer dumping it into the offensive zone. It's a 3-on-2, but now the U.S. keeps the press going. A little bit of off shot. Now the states keep the pressure going. They're looking for an opportunity to get that puck back. U.S. keep pressing. A nice shot that gets blocked by a Swedish skater. Now the Swedes are going on the attack. They're looking nice by a stick by Brentley. Now the state's in the offensive zone for an attack. You're looking for a shot and a save by the Swedish netminder. Nazer with that shot. Sweden now going on the attack. 18:22 remaining in the second period. Sweden looking for an opportunity to break out. They're looking, setting up, getting checked there, and the states keep the press going. Sweden looking for an opportunity behind Augustine, the U.S. netminder. They're looking to break in, and a nice block by the U.S. The U.S. tries to send the puck out, but the Swedes keep the press going. They're looking on a cycle, and they score. It's 1-1 off a strange shot from the point. It's a 1-1 game. That caught Augustine off guard, it looked like. Yeah, that got redirected. It was a redirected shot that led to that goal. Will Smith with the puck. Now the state's in their defensive zone getting checked. 17:31 remaining in the first period. Gabe Perreault, the U.S. goal scorer, keeps the press going. Will Smith trying to check a Swede and he falls down. Smith gets to back on his skates. No, that was not Will Smith. My bad. Nice steal. And the states try to break out. U.S. doesn't do so. And at 16:55 remaining in the second period, the states are kind of in a little bit of a defensive mode right now as they're just gave up a tying goal a few moments ago. Sweden keep the presser going, and it's Oliver Moore. Moore, the Blackhawks prospect, looking sends the puck around the ice, and now the state's set up. The U.S. looks for an opportunity here. Moore with the shot, tried redirected shot, doesn't go through. Sweden sets up and going on a break, and the U.S. had a good collapsing defense on them. Sweden looking, and that went down the ice. Now the state set up its Hudson. Hudson behind Augustine. Hudson sends it across the ice and sets up the states to go into the break. Now a good breakout pass. McGroarty gets there, but there was a whistle with 15:55 remaining in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. U.S. now back with the puck. They go on the rush. Dumping it in. Sweden looking for the opportunity. They take the puck and going into the neutral zone. Now offensive zone is Sweden. Sweden with some speed, but getting checked, and the U.S. is battling for that puck. Sweden comes out with it. They look across the ice with a shot that was saved by Augustine, and a second chance, and that went wide. Now the U.S. now with it goes up the ice for a pass. Now McGrody couldn't get there, and the Swedes come out with it. Sweden in the defensive zone, now neutral zone, up through center ice into the offensive zone. They're in on the attack. Backhand passes Sweden. Sweden in their typical yellow and blue tricorner jerseys, and the U.S. in their 1960s blue jersey. Sweden with another opportunity up front in the slot. The U.S. has had some difficulty this period. 14:48 remaining in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. All right, the States come out with the puck. They are in the offensive zone. Is Brentley. Brentley looking for Nazer. Can't get there. But Brentley now behind the net. Can't get the puck. It bounced up on him. Now the Swedes are battling, but the U.S. still on the attack. U.S. sets back to reset the play. They're going into the offensive zone. 4-on-1 right there by the Swedes on one skater for the States who had the puck. The U.S. now with it, getting checked was Nazer. And the Swedes come on the attack. Nazer with the steal at the blue line. Howard now goes in, and that was offside. 14:02 remaining in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Shots on goal 12-9 in favor for the States. Sweden with the puck. They set up. They look backdoor in their defensive zone. They send the puck up the rush. Will Smith can't get there, and Augustine just gobbles up the puck. 13:51 remaining in the second period. It's a tied 1-1 game as it goes to a commercial break. Explains why I don't have any viewers. Sweden with the puck. Sweden with the opportunity up front of the net. Now the U.S. goes on the ice. U.S. now takes it in. That goes off the Swedish netminder in his glove, and he just stops the puck. 13:34 remaining in the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Shots on goal 12-10 in favor for the U.S. Hendrik Lundqvist in the building. Wonder if Nicholas Jarmerson's also in the building, as it is Sweden. Maybe Johnny Oduya. Sweden on the attack. They're in the center ice now, offensive zone. On a backhand shot, saved by Augustine. Another chance. That should not. uh, There's like a Swedish player just battling. Now on a breakaway. Here he goes. Brentley. Brentley goes in, and that goes wide. My bad. That was Will Smith, not Brentley. Or is that um now it's the state. It's the Swedes. Swede then with the puck dumping it into the offensive zone. Now Lane Hudson with the puck, settling things down behind Trey Augustine. Hudson sends it up, and now the Oliver Moore with some speed. Moore, the speediest player in the tournament, sets up the states. U.S. now in the offensive zone. Now sets up for a shot that goes off the blocker of the Swedish netminder. The U.S. in the defensive zone is Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson sends the puck down the ice. Now it's the U.S. back in the offensive zone. The Swedes getting some press going into their offensive zone attack, looking for an opportunity around the ice. They get stonewalled, and now the U.S. comes out with it. Now the Swedes in their defensive zone looking for an opportunity on a breakout. Now it's a 3-on-2. Sweden looking with another pass that gets blocked by one of the U.S. Skaters, and now the Team USA on a break. They're in the offensive zone looking. Sets up was Snuggeroo. Snuggeroo looking for McGroarty, and Oliver Moore doesn't get to the puck. Now the Swedes come out with it. Sweden sending the puck down the ice. They're looking for an opportunity. Sweden looks, sets up behind the goal line, and a great block by McGroarty. Sweden again with the puck that gets sent down the ice. Now it's the States. The States send the puck up the ice. It's a breakaway going in. Backhand. He scores! It's a 2-1 lead for USA. On the breakaway goal, Team USA leads 2-1 with 10:36 remaining in the second period, and it was Howard with the breakaway. That's the U.S. speed on their advantage, as they're the fastest team in this tournament, taking advantage, having multiple breakout chances. They lead it 2-1, and this is a big goal for the States. Couldn't tell who made the breakout pass because that was a great breakout pass. 10:30 remaining in the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for the U.S. Howard again, looking for an opportunity. The U.S. in the offensive zone for the attack. It's Frank Nazer. Nazer sends it over. Goal by Isaac Howard, assisted by. They haven't shown the assists, but for Q. Okay. Nazer getting checked, but the States keep pressing. 9:47 remaining in the second period. It's Sweden with the puck and a blocker saved by Augustine. Now the States come up with it. U.S. dumping it in, and they're on the attack. They're in the offensive zone with some speed, and that was Will Smith just throwing in on the pads of the Swedish netminder. 2-1 lead for the U.S. going into commercial break. gold medal on the line, and the U.S. leads 2-1 over the home nation of Team Sweden. This has been a good game. Both teams showing why they're in this medal round in this big game. .927 remaining in the second period of play. Half of the game has gone by. Now the States with the puck, loses control at center ice. Sweden dumping it in for the offensive zone entry. Sam Renzel comes up with the puck. Renzel sends the puck up to Perreault. Perreault loses control, and now Sweden comes back with it. Renzel sends it back up, but the Swedes steal. Sweden with another opportunity that gets blocked by Renzel. 8:50 remaining in the second period. Sweden with the attack here. They're cycling. Big hit, big check by Renzel there to get Sweden off the puck. And Sweden keeps the press going. Renzel with a good steal. And now the Swedes come out with the puck again. Oh no, and a big backhand shot that got blockered saved by Augustine. Now the States having some pressure, getting the puck out of the zone. It's Leonard. Leonard sending the puck down the ice into the neutral zone to just settle things down to get some line changes going. Couple players change, and the Swedes with a shot that goes wide. I think it was blocked by Renzel again. Renzel getting to that board battle, and now the States come out with the attack. U.S. Oliver Moore now with the puck. Moore, no, that's not Oliver Moore, but McGroarty now with the puck, looking for an opportunity here on the blue line. McGroarty again. McGroarty looking for the opportunity. Sets up, looking for a shot that goes wide. Sweden now with it. Sweden getting checked by Brentley, and now the States are trying to re-enter. But Sweden comes out with it, getting a good deke through, and Sweden looking for an opportunity behind Augustine. And now Sweden in the offensive zone looking for a backhand pass. Now it goes wide, and the U.S. comes out with it. McGroarty trying to cherry pick here. He's offside. 7:05 remaining in the second period. Sweden comes out with it. Nice pick up by Oliver Moore and dumping it in. Oliver Moore, who is the fastest in the tournament, and a Blackhawk prospect himself. One of 4 Blackhawk prospects in today's gold medal game for Team USA. Moore getting checked off the puck, but the States keep in the offensive zone. Moore at the goal line. Now the States set up on the blue line. Goal line pass and set up is Moore in the slot, and that goes high. Sweden keeping some pressure going, but the U.S. in the offensive zone trying to get a cycle movement, but Sweden just trying to get to that board battle. Isaac Howard getting checked off the puck, and now it gets sent down the ice. That should be far enough for icing. 6 minutes remaining in the second period of play. It is a 2-1 lead for U.S. Shots on goal 14-15 in favor for Sweden. Brentley sets up, going on the blue line with a nice cycle movement. Frank Nazar comes back up with that puck that got loose. Now is Brentley. Brentley back to Nazar. Nazar behind the net. Goes across crease. He scores! Frank Nazar makes it 3-1 for the U.S. Blackhawk prospect Frank Nazer giving the U.S. a 3-1 lead over Team Sweden. I believe it didn't go in off of. I do think that is Nazer's goal. My bad. That's Isaac Howard for his second of the game. That's Isaac Howard, second of the game, throwing on the pads of the Swedish netminder. Was not Nazer. I thought it was. That's my bad. But good to see the States lead 3-1. Isaac Howard, second of the game, giving the States a 3-1 lead. Hey, I'm okay with it. If we're leading, Ryan. I thought that was my mistake for saying it was Nazer. Sweden now with the puck. They send it down the ice. 5:23 remaining in the second period. Isaac Howard with his second of the game, giving the States a 3-1 lead over Team Sweden. Yeah, Ryan, why I thought it was Nazer who got the goal. He was in the slot, and the way the puck went in off a bad angle, I assumed it was less a redirection. That's why I said it was Nazer. Brentley sets it up over to Howard, who Howard just throws it on the pad, giving the States that lead. Okay. Nazer's looked good. I would say that. Sweden with the puck in the defensive zone, now going in neutral ice, dumping it in. The U.S. now gets it in their defensive zone. Oliver Moore gets the puck over for the U.S. for the breakout pass. Moore doesn't get back to it. Sweden comes out with it. Sweden with the shot that goes wide. Now the States with the puck. It's Moore. Oliver Moore dumping it in. Looking for an opportunity. Nice steal there with the shot that goes wide. Now the States keep the press going. 4:22 remaining in the second period. Sweden on the attack. They're down by 2. U.S. does lead this thing. This is a good game. There is a U.S. brain bucket out on the ice with their stick, so I did not see what happened there. Now it's McGroarty. McGroarty for Snuggeroo. Snuggeroo doesn't get a clean pass over. And the States settle things down in their zone. U.S. in the offensive zone, getting checked off the puck. 3:42 remaining in the second period with a 2-goal lead for the U.S. Sweden cutting in. That gets blocked, and there's a chance for the U.S. to break out. Sweden back with the puck. Sweden taking the puck up the zone, and a good check by Gabe Perreault to steal. Perreault looking, cuts getting cut off by a Swedish forward, and now this U.S. in the defensive zone is Perot. Perot sending the puck down the ice. Leonard cutting through off the backhand and wide. Oh, that wasn't Leonard. My bad. He was on the ice still. That was a big hit in the defensive zone by McGroarty. That was a massive hit by McGroarty. The refs are discussing something. .253 remaining in the second period. Appears to be no penalties called, but we'll see. Offensive zone face-off, it should be. Bam! That's a massive hit by McGroarty. They keep replaying. Okay, it looks like a USA power play with 2:53 remaining in the second period. The power play set up for the States. Swedish fans in the building are really angry. Well, no, not a power play. I don't know what's going on. Whistle right off the face-off. 2:53 remaining again. Nazer loses the face-off. Brentley sets up. Brentley now with it. Brentley sends it on the blue line. Brentley can't get there. High sticking someone, but no call. Nazer now with it. Nazer sending it down the for Howard. Howard, who's looking for a hat trick. Howard sends it over, and now the State's set up on the blue line. Howard with it over to Renzel. Renzel with the shot and a save by the Swedish netminder. 2:26 remaining in the second period. The Swedes are getting really angry in their stands. All right, now the U.S. sets up with a shot that goes off the pads of a skater. Sweden now with a shot that gets blocked. One of the U.S. skater is kind of laboring right now. It's not good to see. Okay, now the States come out with the puck. It's a 2-on-1, and the States beat the icing call. .146 remaining in the first period. McGroarty sends the puck over for more. Now the Swedes send it up. My bad, that was Snuggerud, not Moore, who had the puck. I don't know why I'm having a hard time reading the numbers for this one. U.S. now on the attack is Snuggerud. Over to McGroarty. McGroarty getting checked off the puck. It's now the Swedish team going down the ice. Now the States have it in their defensive zone, dumping it up the ice to McGroarty, who gets checked. Sweden in the neutral zone. Sweden going up the ice into the offensive zone, getting checked and the States head to the PK. U.S. heads to the PK with 54 seconds remaining in the second period, as they lead 3-1. Ooh, that skate almost got someone in the face. That's not good. All right, U.S. now with the puck. Brentley with it, dumping it out was Nazer. Sweden in the defensive zone. Nazer out there for the PK. Sweden trying to press. Oh, nice stick by Nazer. Nazer going in, looking short-handed. Now Sweden comes back out with the puck. They're going in on a 3-on-3. Sweden looks back door, set up, and the Swedes keep the puck on their stick in the offensive zone. Now they set up for a cycle. A good defensive play by the U.S., keeping the Swedes wide. Sweden looks for a shot that goes in. Off a redirection up front of the net. It's a 3-2 game going into that third period as there's 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Sweden on the power play scores to make it a 3-2 game to take it some momentum their way into the third period, it looks like. Oh, it was just a snipe from the blue line. It just went off the stick of it went off the pants of one of the U.S. skaters. So we go to the intermission, 3-2 game. U.S. leads it over Team Sweden. That was a rough period rough moment to give up a late period goal. It's getting chippy at the end of the period. We'll see if there's any penalties going to be called, but hopefully none on those states because they need to play clean the final 20 minutes of play. All the 2 goals for Sweden have come from shots from the point. Hey, Trevor, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. Currently a 3-2 lead for U.S. going into the final period of play. Isaac Howard with 2 goals for the States. A go-ahead goal and a cushion goal, and a goal, a go ahead goal. Sucks you are at work, having to have to be at work during this gold medal game because this game has been a good one. Both teams play a similar style of play, so that's why it's really a good game so far. So I will be right back, guys. Need to top off my water. So just be back in a few moments. All right, I'm back. They're interviewing Isaac Howard right now. These USA jerseys are the best looking jerseys they have in their sets. You don't even know who he is.
I know. It's cool.
That's a, let's see, that's a 8-time Stanley Cup champion.
I can't read his name.
Stick Duff.
Duff. Okay. Yeah. Stick Duff is going in here. He's good. He's good. He's good.
All right. Let's get this third period going. It's Bauer commercial. Well, I think I might end the live stream. I don't know if I will end it. Just the fact that there's no comments going. I was thinking maybe more reach would come to this. Yeah, I know it is a work day. there. I posted it back to YouTube, to Twitter, to see if more people will come by. Yeah, it would have been nice if they played this game on the weekend, like if they played it tomorrow. That would have been awesome. Rather make it a Friday. Granted, it's over there. It's a night. It's night. It's like let's see what time it is in Gothenburg, Sweden. Right now it's 9:20 p.m. in Sweden. So this time is like it's a late game in Sweden. It's a still early game for the states. Alrighty. Period. Final period of play should be getting started here in a few moments, I would assume. This intermission has felt long. It's so weird seeing a gold medal game where it's not US versus Canada when it seems like that's been the gold medal game opponent for the US the last few times they've been in the gold game. Alrighty. They're showing Sweden right now, so maybe this is meaning we're going to get into game. Yep, the players are on the ice for third period of play, final 20 minutes of play. Here we go for US versus Sweden. US leads it 2-1 in this gold medal game, so hopefully they can pull it out and bring home gold over the home country of Sweden. All right. Nice face-off win. U.S. sets up in the defensive zone, sending it up the ice. Now the States with a shot that was gloved down by the Swedish netminder 10 seconds into the third period of play. Lane Hudson out there. McGrady with the shot that gets blocked. Now the State's set up. McGrady loses the puck on when he was shooting. Chelsea tried to keep the play in. Now it's the States going into having to play some defense. Sweden cutting through around the net, looking up the ice on the blue line with a shot with where most of where their two goals have come from this game came from point shots. Now if a shot from Snuggerud that went wide. The Swedes control in their defensive zone with 19:10 remaining in regulation time. U.S. nearly caused an own goal, and Augustine with a good save there. Now Nazer sets up the defense. Now Sweden now having to regain control in their offensive zone. Sweden now on the puck in the neutral zone. In the defensive zone, they send it down the ice, and that should be an icing. 18:45 remaining in the third period of play. It's a 3-2 lead for the U.S. Shots on goal, 17-17. Both teams using their style of play, which are very similar in structure this World Junior Tournament. So it's making an even game. And he scores! Holy cow! Off the face-off, it's a 4-2 lead for U.S. Face-off win, and the States lead it 4-2 by a blast from the point off the face-off, and that gives the States this cushion back. And I believe Sam Renzel gets a primary assist on that goal. Not 43. I don't know why it did that. That's a glitch. 4-2 lead for U.S. What a blast. A draft eligible player for this coming year. The U.S. now on the attack again. Sweden comes up with the puck. They're sending it down the ice. Zem Boigny? Nope. Will Smith and Gabe Perreault with the assist. Off the face-off win, the States lead it 4-2 from a blast from the point. Sweden with the puck on the goal line. Sweden looks on the blue line for a shot that gets redirected and a save by Augustine. Now the Sweden with another attack on them. Sweden with the cycle. They move it down the ice around the net, and U.S. battling for that puck is Lane Hudson. Now McGrady with it, dumping it in. Sweden comes up with it in their defensive zone. Shots on goal, 19-19. It's a 4-2 lead for Team USA with 17 and a half minutes remaining in regulation time. Sweden at center ice taking it, and the U.S. regains control. McGrady, the captain of Team USA, getting checked but keeping the puck in possession. Now Sweden comes up with it. Sweden going on the attack into the U.S.'s defensive zones. Nazer nearly comes up with it. Nazer loses control. Sweden comes back up with it to attack, and now there's a go down the ice. It's Snuggerud with the shot that goes wide. Sweden comes back up with the puck that rebound that went wide. Now Sweden in their defensive zone. 16:45 remaining in regulation time. Sweden behind their netminder to settle things down to make a line change. Now go on the attack is Sweden. The U.S. in their defensive zone with a good block by Sam Renzel that led to the puck going out of play. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I did see the Hawks are selling tickets in the 100 level for $98 for Bedard being an all-star. I'm considering it. Sweden off the face-off, battling in the offensive zone. U.S. loses control, but now come up with it. Chelsea, Casey dumping it in. Nazer made a check that led to the States having to re-enter the defensive zone. Now it's Brentley. Brentley cutting through, looking with a shot that goes off the glove of the Swedish netminder. Brentley sends it up the ice for Will Smith. Will Smith tries to leave it. Smith cutting around, looking, sets up Renzel. Renzel down for Howard, back to Renzel. Renzel fires, and that goes off the pads of the Swedish netminder. 15:29 remaining in regulation time. It's a 4-2 lead for Team USA. Renzel had a nice shot that went off the skate of Will Smith that appeared. $15.27 remaining. Face off in the offensive zone. Gabe Perreault wins the face off, but Sweden now with it. Sweden trying to exit their zone. They're behind their own net. Gabe Perreault checking. Perreault nearly stole. Sweden back with control of the puck, keeping them to the boards as the U.S. Sweden behind the net sends the puck up the ice. Now they're in the defensive zone up to the offensive zone. Sweden keeping the press on. Now the U.S. just sends it down the ice. No icing is going to be called because it didn't go far enough. Sweden now with the puck and they're in the central zone. Now the puck is loose and Sweden comes back up with it. 14:46 remaining in regulation time. Fortier sends it. Now the States come up with it. Sweden comes back for control and a glove save by Augustine. I'm a Bear fan, but I don't care about them. Like, I don't care about watching their games because it's like, I don't. Hockey's always number one. I'm just not big into football. McGroarty with the shot that went off the skater of the Swedes. Sweden going on the attack, 4-on-3. Sweden getting checked to the boards and a nice save for Augustine. 14:10 remaining.
My meeting doesn't start for a while.
Chelsea's sends it, and now the U.S. on a break. Is Frank Nazar going for the puck? Nazar behind the net. Nazar looking for the shot, and that nearly sets up, but it doesn't work out. Sweden comes up with the puck and going into the neutral zone. Now U.S. sets up in the defensive zone, getting tripped, but no call is going to be coming. Swedes set up in the neutral zone now, and Chilopin's zone with a shot that goes off the blocker of Augustine. Oh, a high stick missed call. And these Rebs the last 2 days have missed a ton of high sticking penalties. Usually in double IHF, they're strict on that. Looks like a penalty's coming on Sweden now. Yep. Should be a 4-minute power play, but Reps missed a high sticking penalty. I don't know if the Bears are going to use their draft pick. I think they might trade it. Should be a 4-minute power play. Blood was drawn. Yeah, that should be a power play. But these Rebs missed a high stick.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. Ooh. We'll see if they're getting a power play. It doesn't look like it. Yep, a power play's coming. It should be a 4-minute power play. .13:03 remaining in the third period. Jesus. Seems like they're just reviewing this penalty to see if it's a major, but it should just be a 4-minute. Yep, it's 4-minute power play for Team USA with 13:03 remaining in the third period because they drew blood on Lane Hudson. Power play for the States has been solid this tournament. Not their strongest, but for a team that has the best offense in the tournament, they really got a lot more goals 5-on-5 this tournament. They're clicking at 38% on the power play. All right, here we go. Power play for Team USA with 13 minutes remaining in regulation time. A 4-minute power play. Face off in the offensive zone. Here we go. Face off won by the States. US sets up on the blue line. McGroarty sends it down, sets up. It's now Brentley. Brentley looking, sets down. McGroarty in the slot. Here we go. And a shot that goes wide. Now it's US going on to the blue line. Looking for an opportunity. Down is Brentley. Brentley looking. Brentley sends it back up. Now it's the States settle. Looking. Brentley now in the slot. McGroarty on the doorstep. The U.S. looking for that opportunity here, and they set up for a cycle. No shots yet on the power play. Brentley sends it, sets up. Here they go. McGroarty on the slot, and easy save by the Swedish netminder. 3:02 remaining on the power play. 12:06 remain in the third period of play. Get the second power play unit out there. They were out there for about a minute. Howard was the one who got the shot off. No, actually, McGroarty ended up getting it on where it went off the sliding skate, a defenseman of Sweden. Perot gets checked, and Snuggerud shoots it wide. Now it's Will Smith. Will Smith sends it back, sets it up. Now this U.S. looking for an opportunity. Fairly. Oh, and Leonard almost got it in. That goes down the ice. 2:38 remaining in the first of the two power plays. Casey hands it off to Will Smith. Will Smith in the offensive zone with some speed. Now it's the U.S. sets up. U.S. Casey looking back over, looks over to Perot, back to Smith. Smith back over, fires, and that goes wide. Smith doesn't get back to the puck sprawling, but first of the two power plays is over with 2 minutes remaining on the power play. 11 minutes remaining in regulation time. U.S. going on the rush is Brentley. Brentley doesn't get into the offensive zone as Sweden steals and dumps it in. Sweden trying to keep the U.S. on their heels, but Brentley now with it. Howard looking for the hat trick, almost gets it through. The States now set up the power play. U.S. back in the offensive zone, setting it up. Howard over on the point, wide open, looking. He sets up, back down, and a almost good chance by Brentley, and now the puck is in the neutral zone. 1:16 remaining on the power play. Gauthier dumping it, and Sweden steals and dumps it out of the zone. Sweden in the U.S. defensive zone, and Augustine has to make a save. 1:02 remaining on the power play. 10:06 remaining in the third period. The U.S. only has 2 shots on goal this power play. All right. US back out there is Snuggeroo on the power play. Yes, he is. He's had a really stellar tournament. Leonard now in it, dumping around the ice, sets up the power play. Gabe Perreault can't get there. Sweden dumps it. 40 seconds remain on the power play. Not much action from the U.S. They just been cycling and then loses control, but they're now on the attack. It's Casey. Casey in the offensive zone, looking around, sets up in the behind the goal line. Now the States is Gabe Perreault. Perreault cutting through for the shot with Snuggeroo, and that goes off the skaters of Sweden, and they dump it for 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Will Smith with it sends the puck over to Snuggeroo. Now the puck is in for Leonard. Leonard with some speed. Now the States nearly get a good chance off, but a good save. And Elias Pettersson, the other Elias Pettersson, just laid a questionable hit. That should lead to another penalty, but we'll see if there's anything called. 8:59 remaining in regulation time. Yeah, Ryan, that's for sure. Because we saw in the bronze medal game, anything can happen late minutes. Eight 59 remain in regulation time. No penalty was called on Elias Pettersson. So, offensive zone face-off for the States. Finley, Gauthier sets up the the offensive zone attack. Getting checked, but the States are battling in the board with Sweden. Sweden comes out with the puck. They look for an attack to go out of the zone. Sweden goes up with it into the U.S. defensive zone. Sweden now with it and a good shot block. And Wahlberg of Sweden just throwing his body around after the whistle. U.S. wins the face-off, and the States come up with the attack into the offensive zone. They dump it in. Now Sweden, now with the puck, looking for a breakout of their own, comes into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Sweden with a shot that goes wide. Now the States are trying to get back there, but Sweden has the puck control. Nice steal by Howard. Brenly almost got the puck back, but the Swedes come up with it. Sweden going on the offensive attack. Sweden in the zone with a shot that gets blocked with 7:57 remaining in regulation time. It's a 2-goal lead for the States. Sweden now with the puck, settling things down behind their netminder. Nazer nearly stole, but the Swedes keep pressing. Good check by Casey, and the U.S. Oliver Moore comes up with the puck. Now the States with some speed that goes wide. U.S. with a shot that goes off the pads. Now Sweden sets it up with 7:20 remaining. Good check by the States, keeping the Swedes to the boards. Now the U.S. try to dump it in for a line change. 7:06 remains. Sweden on the offensive attack. Shots on goal 24-23 in favor for the States. It's been a closely contested game. Will Smith cutting in and Sweden steals. Sweden now has it and goes down the ice. They are on the attack. It's a 3-on-3. Sweden now looking for an opportunity. A good block by Gabe Perreault. Sweden now in their defensive zone trying to do a breakout pass. Looking for that opportunity on the line changes. It does not happen. Sweden now in the offensive zone, but the U.S. comes out with it. U.S. tries to dump it in. Sweden now with it. 6 minutes and 19 seconds remain. Now the U.S. take it down the ice. That's McGroarty. McGroarty getting checked off the puck, and now the States in the slot setting it up. A nice block, nice redirection by Gauthier, and now the Swedes dumping it in. It's a 2-on-2. Sweden cutting in, looking for an opportunity that gets blocked by the U.S. The U.S. battling on the boards, keeping the press to the boards. Now the States going into the neutral zone, looking for that opportunity to dump it in. 5:35 remaining in regulation time. Sweden now with the puck, setting up, and a save by Augustine. Sweden keeping the pressure going. They're trying to get this game tied, but being down by 2 with the final 5 minutes of play in action could be an opportunity here. And Augustine losing his stick makes a good save. Now the Swedes on the attack, but Brenly battling for that puck in the offensive zone for the States, keeping the play and the good side. Now it's Nazer with the shot that goes wide. Sweden with the puck. 4:55 remaining in regulation. Sweden going up the ice, taking it through neutral zone into the offensive zone, looking for the backhand play, but a good check by Sam Renzel, getting them off the stick, off the puck. Now the U.S. looking for it. Renzel just board battling, keeping the play onto those boards behind Augustine. Now the States send the puck over through the ice, and there's 4:25 remaining. Sweden looking go between the legs, and they almost had a good chance. Sweden in the offensive zone looking for that chance to get it within 1, and a good block by the States. The States are battling, dumping it in, and kind of on their heels a little bit this final 5 minutes, it seems like. Sweden just going all full force to try and get this game within 1, to try and get opportunity to tie. Leonard in the offensive zone shoots it, and he scores! It's 5-2 USA! Leonard gives the States a 3-goal lead going into the final minutes of play at 3:48 remaining in the game. Great defensive play by the States, giving the States this lead they needed to cushion it, because Sweden's been full press the last 3 minutes or so. Great play by Leonard. He also had the option to pass, but he decided to throw it on net. That is good to see. And he's doing the hand over the ear celebration to silence the crowd of Sweden. Sweden now with the puck, but the U.S. is battling to keep the pressure on. Tree in the turd. Sweden going up, looking. Shot saved by Augustine. Sweden looking for that opportunity to keep it on. It's empty net for Sweden. Final minutes of play with and final pressure. 2-0, 2-on-1. Snuggeroo sends it over to to McGurty for the empty net goal. It's 3. It's a 6-2 lead for USA in the final minutes of play at 3:10. The US leads it 6-2. I will say this. I think the gold is coming back to the States. It's pretty much fair to say at this point. McGurty gets the empty net goal. The captain of Team USA ends up with that empty netter, easy tapper, and the States are going to be wearing gold. Silencing the home crowd of Sweden. And McGurty was kissing the Swedish fans goodbye. There's a stick in the protective netting above. Okay. Broken stick. Shots on goal were 26-24 in favor for the U.S. That stick in the protected netting, I think, is causing a delay of game right now. Yeah, that got thrown over. That should be a penalty on Sweden, but they didn't call it because it's a blowout at this point. It's a 4-goal lead with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the final period of play. Sweden and the offense's own Nazer steals, dumping it over. The U.S. looking for that opportunity to keep the press going. U.S. knows they have gold in their hands, but they're just going to try and cycle a puck to kill the clock down. It's 2:45 remaining in regulation time. Nazer on this puck goes in. He scored! Oh no, that went off the side of the net. Okay, that looked like it went in, but Sweden now with it. Sweden settling things down. 2:25 remaining in the third period of play with a 6-2 lead for Team USA. And Sweden wanting to make their home nation crowd a little bit more excited, get it within 3. But it's going to be a tough match because the U.S. knows they got the gold. Sweden battling hard. U.S. trying to keep it a 4-goal lead. Here we go. Sweden now with it, back in their defensive zone. 1:40 remaining in regulation time. Sweden with it, looking up the ice, cutting through, and a block shot. Sweden trying to make it more respectable. I can understand that, but this is going to be a tough because this is a gold medal game. It should be a more respectable score. But this U.S. offense was the best in the tournament and showed why they are going to win the gold medal. Sweden with a shot and a good blocker save by Augustine. 55 seconds remaining in regulation. U.S. dumping it down. 45 remain in the third period. Sweden with the puck to dump it into the offensive zone. Good check there. US trying to just kill it. 35 seconds remaining in the third period. And there was a whistle, and there's like a scrum. There's a fight now. There's almost here we go. Almost a fight happening in the World Juniors. Haven't seen this really happen. Lane Hudson going after Johansson. Hudson with his gloves on, going after Johansson, and 30 seconds remains in the game. Some fisticuffs with the gloves on, keeping this interesting. You don't see that usually happen in these type of games. Hudson's angry. Holy cow. Don't want to get suspended from that, because in the international circuit, they tend to suspend players for fights and stuff. Hudson now with a bloody lip and a bloody nose. That bloody lip came from when he got high sticked earlier. It just got chippy in the final 30 seconds. This was a punching match between Johansson, and I guess they're just going to call it like 3 U.S. players in the box for the final 30 seconds of play for the gold medal. That's brilliant. Celebrate in the box, boys. They're already celebrating on the bench. They know it. They know they have gold in their hands. Sweden, I'm sorry, you put up a good fight, but the offensive Team USA was just a little bit too much. Gavin Hayes celebrating with his teammates. The Rebs are just trying to figure out what the heck they're calling these penalties. At this point, I would just say almost roll the clock. There's a 4-goal lead with 30 seconds remaining, it feels like. Because you know the players are already celebrating. You know the other Swedes are already lost. So all right, they're sending players out of the box. They're sending the Swedish players out of the box to the locker room. If that's the case, are they going to send the US skaters? No. They're sending them to the locker room with the 30 seconds remaining, but they'll be back on the ice here in a few moments for the celebration. They're just waiting behind the boards. The U.S. skaters are just going to wait it out for the final 30 to end this game. behind the boards, and then they'll hop on the ice with the team. "25 seconds remain. Sweden with the puck. Sweden taking it in. And the countdown is on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And officially, Team USA wins the gold medal. We already knew it, but it happens. They now celebrate on the ice. Team USA upsets the home nation of Sweden for gold medal. This was a good tournament for Team USA. The gold is in the state's hands. This was a great tournament from them. They went in with their offense, probably one of the best offensive teams they put together, and they come in victorious. The 4 Blackhawks on Team USA, Gavin Hayes, Oliver Moore, Sam Renzel, and Frank Nazer, your gold medalists of the 2024 World Juniors. Congratulations to everyone on Team USA on this great tournament. The Swedes put up a good fight. They played hard, but the power of the U.S. offense just came in just strong, too strong for them. Now, the medalists of the World Juniors 2024, gold to Team USA, silver to Team Sweden, and bronze to Team Czechia. So that's great to see. Moore and Nazer, great tournament. Sam Renzel, a great tournament defensively. Gavin Hayes played well when he was in the line playing until he got his big penalty. But the U.S. are gold medalists. So I want to say thank you for all you guys who have come to the stream. I really appreciated it. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, USA gold, and let's go